Can you tell me what's motivated you to drive public understanding of statistics, and particularly evidence and risk and uncertainty around risk throughout your career?
Yeah, I suppose I started off really approaching this from a mathematical perspective. I did do maths, and got interested in probability and statistics and started working in that. But I've always been, and I always have an interest in the abstract methodology. You can get me going on the meaning of probability and Bayesian statistics, and I'll just wind me up and off I'll go for hours. And I wrote papers and big highly cited technical papers and all this kind of stuff. So I've done all that. But I suppose I've always, even right at the beginning when I was doing that, like to try to explain it to people. And when scientists have been talking to me about, how do I start doing what kind of thing that you ended up doing? I say, well, first of all, just practice giving good talks. Just, every academic talk is a performance, and think of it like that, and train for it like that, and look at what other people do. If you're interested in communication, then communicate. Even if it's only to your colleagues, try to do it as well as possible. As we'll get onto, the storytelling, how do you construct a narrative around the argument that you're trying to make? And, using words and using images in particular, using maths sometimes, to what extent does that help or hinder? These are really important issues. And I found myself getting just very interested in that, in a sense, performative aspect of the whole subject. And so when I got a chance to move into a job that was a communication job, a public understanding of risk job, one of these nice jobs that get philanthropically funded. We're very lucky in the UK that we've got a whole series of professors for public understanding of science and philosophy and risk and psychology and all these great jobs that have been funded for people like me who kind of got a bit fed up with doing the research bit and would like to perform. And I do feel strongly about it. Again, you like to wind me up and off I go about the importance of statistics in life and the and numbers and data and uncertainty. And like I think many of my colleagues, our main motivation is anger. We just get so angry, or genuinely emotionally angry at people misusing, making wrong claims on the basis of numbers, misusing evidence, overclaiming their confidence in something based on shabby evidence. And I get genuinely, this is a real emotional feeling of I'm so angry, I cannot deal with this. I get so angry. So you have to be very careful on social media not to immediately start abusing people and things. So I have learned to sort of hold back a bit. But in an age of misinformation, everything more and more, a lot of it is based on data and misusing numbers. Some of it isn't. Some of it's just based on fake pictures and just claims about what happened. But a lot of it is there's a lot of data misinformation around, and not always misinformation. Quite often unconscious. People just looking at something and drawing the wrong conclusion and making some grand claim. And so I do think it's important in modern life, and it's kind of think was the only thing I can do. It's what I do know a bit about is the limitations of what evidence can say, what you can say on the basis of evidence. And that's really what I and other statisticians and everything, that's our expertise.
To find out what kind of data storyteller you are, why not take our data storytelling scorecard? It takes just 2 minutes to complete and will give you a personalized report right away. Visit data-storytelling.scoreapp.com or follow the link in the show notes.